Hello, everyone. My name is Eliran Glazer, and I am the CFO of Monday.com. As we are getting ready to the IPO of Monday.com, we're going to speak about company stock volatility. We're going to cover the following things. What is volatility? How do we determine the price of the stock at the IPO? What influences the stock price? Me as an employee, how do I make decisions? And who can I turn to if I have questions? So when you think about volatility in the market, this is the swings in the price of the share. It can go up, it can go down. Sometimes it can be very dramatic changes. So when the stock market rises and falls dramatically over a short period of time, this impacts the volatility of the share. Why do we care about volatility? Why are we talking about it? Is it good? Is it bad? So in general, volatility is something good. You want to have volatility in a stock price because then when you acquire the stock, you can sell it at a later date. If there is no volatility in the stock price and the price is fixed, the trading may be more complicated or you're stuck with a share. But also it's important to understand what happens when there is volatility. So when we think about Monday in specific, what will determine the stock price of Monday is part of a pricing meeting just before the IPO with the bankers. The management team of the company, together with the bankers, are going to have a meeting and decide what would be the stock price in the day when it starts trading. And there's different factors that influences the stock price. If you think about it, there are external factors, things that we don't control as a company. There are factors that affect Monday indirectly. We don't control them, but they are related to the market where Monday is operating. And there are factors that are really directly related to Monday, and it has to do with the performance of Monday as a company. So let's think about the external factors. So COVID-19, in recent year, we had to deal with COVID-19. It has a big influence on the world economy and obviously impacted the stock price of many companies out there. This is something that can be pandemic. There can be something like war. If you think about the trade war between China and the US, and there are tension in the Middle East between Iran and Saudi Arabia, it can impact the stock price and the world economy, because the world, when there is an event that is very significant and impacts companies, impact global economy, impact macroeconomy, it has big influences on the companies and on the share of price of these companies. And of course, there is natural disaster. If God forbid there is an earthquake or there is another natural disaster that is very significant, it can impact a certain industry and certain global economy metrics that may impact the company, any company stock price. If we think about indirect factors that affect Monday, for example, so we have competition in the market. There are companies like Asana, like Smartsheet, like Atlassian. So if they don't do well or they do great, if there is a big change in the market where they operate, then it obviously impacts Monday, because the investors and the shareholders who are looking at these companies and comparing them to Monday.com may think that if this is something that impacted these companies, it may impact Monday as well. So this is something that investor takes into account, and it has a collateral effect on all the industry as part of a competitive landscape. And the last thing, which is probably the most important, is a direct factor that affect Monday.com. This is something that relates to Monday's operation in general. That, for example, if the financial results of Monday are great, then obviously it's going to impact the share price. If the financial results of Monday are not as great as we might expect it, then it has maybe a negative impact. Also, mergers and acquisition. If Monday is acquiring a company that can boost its operation and can provide big benefits in the future, then it can be great. If not, if it's buying a company for a lot of money and there is time until we get the benefits, then it may have a different influence. But the things that relates to the operation, to the direct operation of Monday, these are the direct factors. So now I have to make a decision as an employee. I'm holding shares of Monday following the IPO. Do I need to sell? Do I need to hold them? So first of all, never act under pressure, because then you make decisions that are not rational. Don't make emotional decisions. Try to ask people that has some knowledge with regards to how the market behave. You can ask people in the company, in finance. You can ask people in the market, brokers or other financial institutions that are you working with. You can look at the media, but never make decision or try not to make decision under pressure because because then the decisions that you're making are not the best decisions. So get advice, think before you act, and try to make rational decisions. And who can I turn to? You can always come, as I said, to finance, to legal, to your friend who has some knowledge about market economy and about trading shares. I always think it's good to get an advice and make your own decision eventually. Thank you.